Hi there, my name is Eric Mazza with the Bulldog Ri3D team, and today we're going to be talking about modifications to our last year's robot and what you can modify on yours.
This first Updates Now video is sponsored in part by PTC and Kettering University. PTC's application Onshape is a professional design software that is provided to first students and mentors for free. You can use Onshape for your robot, the Game Design Challenge, and the Innovation Challenge. Discover why so many teams are using Onshape at onshape.com/edu. Continue your first career with Kettering University. Kettering University will support your first journey with up to $25,000 in scholarships available to first students in a robust alumni program. Schedule your virtual visit to get started at kettering.edu.
So looking at our last year's robot, the first thing that we noticed when we came back into the shop, all of our surgical tubing, as you can see here on the intake, it's very worn down. So we tried running our robot. We saw that the balls were still coming through the intake. However, our climber was not able to deploy up to the right height. So we went ahead, we swapped out all of our surgical tubing just for new pieces. That's something that you may even have to do between competitions, since this one only ever saw one. We saw that it was coming up about a foot below the bar and wasn't able to bounce back up. Swapped those out, ran it, and now it's able to get all the way to the full height. One of the other changes that we would make on our robot is that our belt system in the middle, it doesn't have a lot of contact with the balls as they come through. As you can see, the two on the sides are pushed all the way out, and that's because they just don't provide anything and they have tanglement issues at the bottom. What I would recommend is swapping out this middle belt with something wider. Some polyurethane would be a good choice. There's plenty of options on McMaster Car. For the shooter, I think it's still incredibly reliable. We tested it out a bit when we were able to make all of our shots. One thing you could do is you can see our balls, or our wheels have all sorts of just marks from all the different wheels we've used. And I think swapping those would be a good choice. Luckily, the game hasn't changed too much from last year, but with our robot, we just went for a simple auton that just shot 3 balls, drove backwards. We also had a 5-ball auton where it shot 3 at an angle and then drove into the trench. We would actually go back, add encoders onto our robot and a gyro so that we can properly get those balls every time from the trench, as we found it to be very inconsistent just trying to use power turning. I think there's not too many things that a lot of teams will need to change, since if you shoot from the target zone, you're going to be basically the same exact as last year. If you shoot from the trench, it's going to be the same, even slightly easier if you shoot from back towards the control panel. So there's really not much change to make there. It's really just going to be taking advantage of this new open area towards the middle.
Thanks for watching. If you want more fun content, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.